lovely faces, greetings. Lovely faces, we are exploring common themes with your girl with the good vibes, Goddess. Yes. So today you're exploring common themes, movies with messages. You guys, today we're talking about I am a lost boy from Neverland, always hanging out with Peter Pan. We're talking about Disney's 1953 movie Peter Pan and also Disney's 1991 movie Hook and all the spiritual symbolisms therein with this classic story. Classic movies, classic story. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it, right? The movie's called Peter Pan, so of course we're gonna talk about Peter. We're gonna talk about Peter the Pan. Peter Pan in this represents you beautiful star seed, you beautiful wave shower, you beautiful guru, you beautiful higher vibrational being, you beautiful person who's working on yourself. Why does Peter Pan represent you? So Disney describes Peter Pan as this, a magical boy who's always chasing his shadow. What have you been working on? What have you been working on? Tell me right now. Shadow work. Even in this movie, they depicted Peter Pan as chasing his shadow. Either his shadow was working with him to be helpful with him, or his shadow was working against him, knocking things over. They're fighting, they're arguing. He's grabbing onto his little shadow foot and wrestling with his shadow. You guys, this is you right now. You beautiful wave shower, you beautiful light bearer, you beautiful person, you beautiful ascending one, you. Okay, are you excited? You feel me now? But you're like, why is she talking about Peter Pan, this old ass movie? Because this is 1953, you guys. When this movie came out, this is over 60 years ago. That means people have been on some having spiritual nuggets dropped. We just didn't have the awareness to catch it. You know what I'm saying? So let's move forward. So Peter Pan is you. Peter Pan, you guys, is a star seed. If you don't know, he's from somewhere else. He's from Neverland. Like he's not even from Earth. He's from somewhere else. And he comes to Earth to assist the youth, which is Wendy, right? Wendy's brother, right? In the 1991, the children was Peter Pan's actual children. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. So Peter Pan is a star seed that came to Earth to assist with Wendy, right? To talk and to intertwine with humans, right? All the star seeds right now, we're knowing, okay, where we at? We're here on Earth, we're from somewhere else. Okay, I might be a Pleiadian, I might be an Arcturian, I might be a Lyran. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody. We all know, and we're remembering right now everything that we are and everything that we have been. This is why this is the littiest time to be alive. The littiest time to be alive right now. So, okay, moving forward. Peter Pan is a star seed. It is imperative for us, you guys, to do our inner work, right? To do our shadow work. What does shadow work help you with? Your shadow work is here to eliminate all the triggers that live within your subconscious. So even in the movie, the Disney movie, a children's movie, Peter Pan, he had to work with his shadow to befriend his shadow so he would no longer be triggered by things that would lead him down the wrong path. If we don't work on our shadows, we're gonna go down the wrong path. We're still gonna have fear, we're still gonna have jealousy, we're still gonna have all this anxiety. Y'all, I be having anxiety and I be drinking coffee, like, help me. But it's all good because it's all, the work is getting done. The work is getting done. So anyway, beautiful faces. Moving forward, who else do we have along this spiritual journey, right? We have Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is like Peter Pan's right-hand fairy lady man. fairy lady, right? We have Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell represents the ancestors. Tinkerbell represents your spirit guides. Tinkerbell represents your maybe your ET family. You know what I'm saying? Tinkerbell represents that between who you are and where you're trying to be, right? So Tinkerbell could have easily been looked at as his conscience, kind of like on some, let your conscience be your guide type of thing with Disney. But to me, I see Tinkerbell as the ancestors, as they that went before you. What's it called? I'm thinking too fast. I'm talking too fast. I'm thinking too fast. Tinkerbell. I'm just gonna keep it an ancestor. She could be an archangel. She's something, right? She flies, and when she flies, she leaves all these shimmers, which lights the path and the way to show Peter Pan, Wendy. What was Wendy's brother's name? John. Right? The way to Neverland. They're showing them how to ascend. How are they getting to Neverland? What? Astral projection. If you guys never paid attention to this movie, they're in their pajamas. It's bedtime. It's nighttime. They're ready to go to sleep, but they don't go to sleep. And then here comes Peter Pan making all this ruckus, chasing his shadow and shit. And then they all fly out the window through the sky to a place far, 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 far away that they can't get to when they're awake and not in their pajamas and not carrying little teddy bears and stuff, right? So astral projection, you guys, was being shown to us in 1953. I wasn't even alive then. Not in this body. Not in this body. And so a lot of people think that all this spiritual shit and all this and that is like new, like the past 2 years, the past 3 years, the past 4 years. But no, this shit ain't new, yo. This shit is not new. We just did not have the eyes to see it. It's been shown to us. We just did not have the ears to hear it. We didn't have the comprehension to comprehend what was going on. So Disney's Peter Pan is a movie about astral projection. You guys, they left out the window in their pajamas at night with a guide. This also could be looked at as Ascension, right? The starseed had to come with the ones who are purest at heart, which would be the children, right? Or somebody who's childlike, to take them and to lead them to the fifth dimension, right? Neverland could have been aspect of the fifth dimension, or even just another world. To show them. Peter Pan was the way shower, right? The starseed to show them the way to get to a beautiful place. So moving forward, what else we got? So we have Peter Pan being the starseed, which is you. We have Peter Pan's shadow, which is everything that he needs to work on. So either his shadow is going to work for him or it's going to work against him, right? Depending on your shadow work, right? We have Tinkerbell, which is like the ancestors, the archangels, everything that we call on to help us to get through this life thing. We have the humans, which is like Wendy and John. I hope John is the little brother's name. I ain't look it up. But we have Wendy and John, who represents trust, right? How our nature is to trust and to believe that there is something more to this life that is magical, that is mystical, that is something to look forward to, right? I look forward to my dreams. Every night I go to bed, like I get angry when I wake up. Y'all, I was just feeling this way. Like I wake up and I'm like, fuck, who woke me up? I want to go back to sleep. I was happy. Sleep. Or not sleep, resting. Ascending ones, we rest. We don't sleep. Sleep is those who be up walking around not knowing that shit's going on. We rest. Okay, so they get to Neverland. Neverland is a whole different world. It could be a galaxy. Let's just say it's a whole different plane of existence, right? They get to Neverland, right? In Neverland, there are 2 communities that exist in Neverland. And the fact that there are communities that exist further lets me know that Peter Pan is you. Further lets me know that Peter Pan is the starseed. The starseeds, our mission is what? To gather, to find our soul family, our soul tribe, our soul people, right? And so right now, all the starseeds are finding where the people that they click with, and they're gathering into communities right now. It's happening right now. It's happening right now. People are linking up with their soul families, y'all. It's lit. Right now, it's happening. Big fucking facts. So they get to Neverland, and there's 2 communities, right? In Neverland. So you have the Lost Boys and you have the pirates, right? The Lost Boys represents the rest of the starseeds who did not incarnate into Earth or who have not been to Earth. And so they are true to their nature as wild and free, right? Lost Boys, wild, free. But it's also the community of Peter Pan, and it's also they that also interact with Wendy and John, right? So this could be Wendy and John, maybe are starseeds too, who are younger souls who have not quite figured out that they too might be Lost Boys in Neverland, always hanging out with Peter Pan. When we're bored, we're playing in the woods, always on the run from Captain Hook, right? Yeah, well, I want to sing the rest. It's playing, it's still playing, it's still playing. Okay, so, and then we have the pirates, right? The pirates are the only adults that exist. The pirates are the only adults in existence, right? What does it mean to be an adult? From a child to an adult. What does it mean, you guys? As an adult right now, if you're watching me, you're an adult in the Matrix right now. Being an adult means that 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, you have lost your innocence. You have lost your optimism, right? Like children see things from a very wide, anything is possible, there's no danger anywhere, very optimistic, I am as strong as I want to be. Have y'all seen like a little kid with a sword? That is a dangerous motherfucker, isn't it? A little kid with it could even be like a little paper, what's called a little paper towel roll, little, come around and just bop the shit out of you. Like it's a sword, because it's a sword, right? And so children have their own purity about them that adults lack. That's why with a lot of us, we have to heal our child. We have to heal our little person that got damaged before growing up to be a big person, right? So these two different communities can show you that, can show you who you really are, which is wild and free, a lost boy, not worried about shit, or a pirate who's grungy, who lacks luster, who kind of looks at the world as, you know, what can somebody get for me? What can somebody do for me? What can, you know, like you just I hope you guys know what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to make this video long, but it is what it is, right? Peter Pan, y'all, this came across my heart to talk about because we are being shown who we are and who we have been and what the fuck is going on for a very long time. And it's time to explore these things. So let's go back to Peter the Pan. In Disney's 1991 movie Hook, Peter Pan was an adult who went back to Neverland, who had to remember how to be Peter the motherfucking Pan. That's why this movie is so lit. It's a classic. And so he had to remember who he is. Just like you beautiful shaman, you beautiful herbalist, you medicine woman, medicine man, you spiritualist, you mystic. Just like you, Peter Pan had to remember who the fuck he was. He had to go home. When you go to sleep at night, you go home so you can remember who the fuck you are. That's why my dreams be so lit. When I come back, I'm like, nah, I don't want to be here. When you go to sleep, you go home and you remember who the fuck you are. So Peter Pan was led home by Tinkerbell, right? But in the movie, he was there for a different reason. He went home to Neverland for a different reason. And I'm not going to disclose that because I know ain't everybody seen this movie, but this is me telling you, you got to go see this movie. It's lit. Disney's 1991 Hook. Lit. Okay. So Peter Pan goes back to Neverland and all the Lost Boys are like, what? Peter Pan is an adult? Peter Pan has kids? Wait a minute. And they're like checking him out, pulling his hair back and his face. Oh, there you are, Peter. I didn't see you under all this old ass, baggy ass skin because you grew up. Oh, and as you grew up, Peter, you grew up. And so the beautiful thing with the movie Hook is Peter Pan had to remember who he was, right? So they showed him how to fight. They put him through all these little tests and stimulations to kind of get him limber again. They showed him how to fight. And then the last thing to make him Peter the Pan, the strong God force that he is, was he had to remember how to fly. He forgot how to fly. He forgot how to fly. And in order to fly, Peter Pan had to think happy thoughts. He had to go down inside of himself and raise his vibration to be happy enough to where his feet left the ground to where he could go and zoom and be himself, right? No, could nobody else fly. Peter Pan can fly. That's what made him Pan the Man. Pan the Man, because his vibration was so abundant that he lost density to where he could float about. You guys, a lot of the star seeds right now, we're trying to remember how to fly, right? I ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? I got issues, yo. And a lot of my woes come with me trying to remember how to fly, right? It's a vibration. Peter Pan had to raise his vibration to where there were no limits. There were no gravitational limits. There were just no limits to him and who he can do, what he could be, and what he could do. So you guys, my beautiful starseeds, my beautiful wave shores, my beautiful medicine men and women, my beautiful spiritual beings, the gurus, all of you beautiful people out there, find your happy place, you guys, and motherfucking fly. All right? We are exploring common themes with the good vibes, with the good vibes goddess. Yes. So until next time, this is video 1 of the spiritual messages in movies. I hope this video wasn't too long. Hopefully you got something, you guys. Please like, share, comment. Let's chat. Let's chat. Let's chat. All right. Until next time. Peace.
Ascension, did I mention, you might release everything, that got your attention, including religion, release it, and profits, increase it, there's no fear, there's only up from here, imagine a world